Hi everyone, in this video I am going to be looking at more of the kind of interpreting the graph movements of Litecoin and Bitcoin, all that kind of stuff. I'll just go over it quite quickly. So the website I've found is uk.tradingview.com. You need to sign up with Facebook and all that stuff to get into it, and I'm just looking at the charts and the retracement levels. So there's this thing called the Fibonacci retracement lines, which you pick a high point, a low point, and you see how it can potentially, the stock that you're following or the market that you're following can somehow be quite related to these magic numbers, these magic ratios. There doesn't seem to be a total reason why. It's magic. So I'm going to show you two things here. One is over here on the left, we've got Litecoin and the Fibonacci retracement level. So I took their lowest point around about was that November or somewhere around about there. Their highest point recently. And it's quite interesting because there are some bits where you think, oh wait, this does kind of work. It does kind of make sense. So the different lines, the different levels, are areas where you expect the value to bounce. Either so it comes down and goes back up, or it's coming up and it comes back down, or if it piles on through, you can expect it to carry on going quite a bit. And so here, for example, when it came up, it just piled on through, piled on through, piled on through, piled on through, and then it got to the 0.236 level, whatever that means, and that's where it started to bounce. It was bouncing around there. And then it dropped and it came down to the 0.38 level. And you can see, yeah, actually, you're right. It does look like then there's a sudden change in direction. And that one went straight back up. And it bounced there again. So here, I was like, this is shocking how much it works, it seems. And so when it came all the way up to like 320 euros, and we were saying that that's the top, it came back down, and again, it came down to the area, and then when it broke through that area, it plummeted all the way down. So the bits which did, well, actually, again, I was going to say here, what date was that? That was the 23rd, just before Christmas. It actually peaked up right at that bit. It's quite spooky how accurate it is. And then here it's just been bouncing around, kind of just all staying there, and then once it breaks through again, big drops, and then down here, it's quite spooky. There's another one I've got on the other side here, this one, which had spookily has a very similar pattern to Litecoin versus the euro. You can see a strong rise. I'll try and zoom this one up. Yeah, strong rise, and it gets into the pink. I've got a one peak at the pink, and so there's the peaks there, and another peak shortly after. So a drop, then another peak in the pink area, and then this big drop down through the yellow. So we can see it goes all the way through the yellow, straight through the yellow into the green, and then this one's been bounced around. This one stayed down in the green, but then after a while there, it went down into the blue here as well. This is where it gets really weird. It totally follows the same pattern. It came straight back up, went into the green. This one went just into the yellow, back down and up. What's mental is this is US dollars to gold, or the gold price. That is really weird. That is really weird. So that's where Litecoin was up to there, and then this is where it's gone since. So we've had all this mental movement afterwards. But I just think there was something, some other kind of YouTuber or some other analyst was looking at this, but like that is like this. The Litecoin have got over 4 hours. The gold have got over months. So each bar is a month. But that is spooky closeness in their movements. But yeah, so again, if you now go from Litecoin to gold, I would say just now is maybe a good time to buy gold. It looks like it's going to go through the roof. If you're in a position to buy gold, I think by going by what Litecoin has done since, that's a potential. That is a real potential. That could be in the next couple of months. It could ping on up. If any of you have got any extra money sitting around, maybe just now is a good time to buy gold. Interesting. Yeah, so this is the Fibonacci retracement levels, and I'll try it with. So where has it gone since then? So let's zoom out. So we're still in 4 hours. If we carry them on, keep them at their maximum. This is the, again, remember this is the Litecoin to euro. I think to the dollar is a little bit different, but still very, very similar. The more recent section is again spooky. How it does. So here it just bounced off the whatever one that one is, pinged up straight through there all the way up here, and then slowly coming down, but then it made a slight change. It kind of stabilized and slight change back up. We do have a peak just getting up to the green line there again. Coming down, then it just crashed. But again, when it reached at the bottom, it just peaked past this lower level here. So what, if you were to read this, what does it mean? Well, it has come steaming back through. What it should have meant is that I should have put all my Bitcoin for sale at 160. Instead of, I did it like 120, 130, 140, 150. I should have said just hold it off until 160 because it will bounce around here. And that I've got it in the 4 hour chart just now. If I change it to, let's see, the 1 hour charts. Yeah, you can see it bounced off there a few times going on. So I can't make any predictions. I can't make any. I don't know how to use this as a predictive tool. But I would say that maybe put buys, if you've got cash sitting around, put buys of to buy Litecoin around about the 161. And put sales around about the 190. And maybe put a couple around about the 120. Just leave it. So 120, 160, 190 for your main areas of putting your cash in. Interesting. So yeah, check out that uktradingview.com and to get scales, it's this one, Fib Retracement. Going on there. I haven't figured out any other stuff yet. A lot of people like to use graphs and lines. So if I were just to do, let's say, just a simple line, trend line, if you're to try and get just trend line in Litecoin, I have no idea. So let's just get rid of that. If yes, okay. Here's one trend line which I did see people do. I'll change it back to the 4 hours. I'll make it the full screen. Some people were trying to say that, hey, this this dip hasn't been too bad, because if you make a trend line from here and it goes through all those, that's kind of where it should be. You're just like, really? That's what you got? I suppose we could, wait, I'll just leave that one. So that one goes through a bunch of lines there. So that makes me think, yeah, it's going to come back down. Could add another one. Here, could you even do that? Like that? Then you say, hey, look, it totally came into those trend lines. Like, you can just make up trend lines anywhere you want. The other one, if you look at the lowest lows, let's add another trend line from most recently. So we start from here and we bring it to there. So there it hits the main arteries of each one. So that potentially means that there could be a low of 104 in the near future going on. If we take the highest highs, let's add another one. Highest highs of recent times kind of goes there. So again, okay, wait, actually let's throw these around. Actually, let's see where these go. Forget that. Maybe we'll bring the top bit down. That goes through all of them. Interesting. And the lowest lows. Okay. Then let's add in the fib graph. Where is it? Fib retracement. If we were to do it from the top to the bottom, are we seeing any? What it does make me think is that we've had it kind of cross lines here, cross lines here. Makes me think that maybe on the 20th, 2 days time, it will come back to 190 euros per Litecoin. Let's see if that works out. So 20th of so if you're wanting to buy anything just now, it's 100. What's it at just now? Here it's at 165. I reckon in 2 days' time, by going by roughly what these might use, 190 in 2 days, the 19th or the 20th, going on there. There's also a fairly cool option where you can do, I'll just show you here, a comparative tool where on this one, so I'm looking at Bitcoin versus Euro, so they're going up to like 1,700, no, 17,000 euros, and then plummeting back down. And we can click on compare. If I go to Litecoin versus the Euro, we can get an indication of its relative performance depending on your timescale going on there. So you can see Litecoin and Bitcoin in the Euro market are pretty much mirrors of one another. Apart from their sheer percentage-wise, if you get them just at the right time, they're so trying to move your money from Litecoin to Bitcoin and back doesn't seem to have much difference whatsoever. I think if you're wanting to play around, it might be better to do. Can we add in a third? Let's go for Ethereum. Ethereum to the Euro. This is where we would have done well at the same time as if you'd been moving stuff stuff in Ethereum down to Litecoin or to Bitcoin, because Ethereum is just going through the roof. That is well done, Ethereum. You've done well. Let's see if we can scroll back. The rest is just all about. Which one was that? That's Bitcoin way up there. Nice. So there you go. Yeah, check out uktradingview.com. Cheers. Bye bye.